And welcome back to Clem Richardson Stadium, where the Theodore Bobcats are getting ready to kick the ball off to get this second half started. And after a sloppy first half for both teams, we are back here. And both teams here are hoping to get some momentum going. And what do you think about that, Clay?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe for Theodore they can keep their momentum going, and for Baker, maybe they can get some points on the board this drive and tie it up early in the third quarter.
Yep, and that's what both teams are looking to do, just get momentum. I mean, it's been a very even game so far. Both teams are playing very similarly. And aside from that opening drive of the game, there's not, a low and fast kick. It's going to go right down into the end zone for a touchback. That was going to be blown dead. It almost got caught up at the one there. That would have been a sticky situation. So Baker's offense coming back onto the field after half that started off bad and got a little bit better as it went on, and we're looking to keep that going as getting better and pick up some big plays here because that's what Baker's really needing to have if they want to win this game.
Yeah, they do, Jarrett. Looks like all Baker's looking to do here is just move the ball, get some momentum going their way.
So Baker's going to start at the 20-yard line. And let's see, quarterback Nick Sumler will stay in the game as the quarterback. Under center, he's going to hand it off to Josh Pruitt. Josh Pruitt's going to break one but get brought down by two tacklers. It's going to be number 6 and number 12. That's Colin Higgins and DeQuincy Brown for the Bobcats. And, we spoke on Demoy Kennedy, star linebacker earlier, committed to Auburn. But tonight really hasn't made that many impact plays. Really hasn't been on the ball that much.
Yeah, I think he made more. Think he's made more plays against Theodore. I'm sorry, against Daphne.
Yeah, he was on the ball a lot against Daphne. Not really showing up tonight. And a reverse. Oh, and he slips in the backfield. There's a wide open hole there, and that was number 7, Anthony Phillips, who just has the perfect hole and then just slips up. That's about the 4th or 5th time we've seen that tonight from these players, where there's a wide open hole, perfect opportunity for a play. They just slip up. Field's slick from that rain earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Jarrett.
So, just a minute into the third quarter here, and we're going to be 3rd and 16. Not a good way to open the half for the Hornets. So, Sumlin in the shotgun.
Look for a deep shot downfield.
A slip screen, but Pruitt drops the ball. That would have been a beautiful play, but Pruitt just drops the ball there. Wow, that play went for about 18 or 19 yards earlier and got us a first down in a similar situation. But right there, just off the fingertips of Josh Pruitt.
Yeah, like we said multiple times, it's been pretty. It was rainy outside. I mean, you would expect the jitters to clear up in the second half, though.
Yeah, it's really going to be who really sets in and gets comfortable first. Because right now, neither of these teams are looking comfortable. And so I really feel like that's whichever team gets comfortable first is going to be the one that wins this game. But defensively, these teams, they're playing good, but they're really just benefiting of the offensive mistake. Speaking of Demoy Kennedy, he almost got the block there. This one's going to be a roller that Hunter Tillman's actually going to grab and try to return, but he's only going to get a yard or two on it. It's going to be first down and 10 at the 48 when the Theodore offense comes out.
Decent field position for Theodore here. Maybe for if you're Theodore, you can get some momentum going your way and push it in, make it a 2-score game here if you're Theodore.
Yeah, they'd really like to get in good field position, and that's what they got here, right about 48-49. And so basically what they're looking to do here is get yardage and get points. I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
And that's what they're looking to do here as Tyler Underwood just came out. And
it's the only way you can score points in football.
Yeah. And so we got 2 receivers out in the pistol. Hands off to Haywood. Gets a gain of 4 yards there. Very powerful back. Just dragged the defender until he ran him out of bounds. Great running back that the Theodore has there.
Yeah. I mean, Theodore has a great all-around team. It seems like they have a great offense. They have a great, quarterback Tyler Underwood. They got two great running backs. They got a good defense as well.
This is a well-coached football team. You know, any football team makes mistakes here or there, but Theodore really, they capitalize off of their opponent's mistakes, and they really play a smooth game. They break tackles. They're powerful. They're quick, and they're where they're supposed to be. There's no there's no mispositioning when they're on the field, and that right there is a sweet play for about 3 yards. So, looking good so far.
I wish that rain wouldn't have come in. Would have been a much better game if it wasn't for that rain that came in about an hour before.
It was dry all day long, and then all of a sudden, rain. But then again, Mobile, Alabama, what can you expect? So Underwood in the shotgun, hands off this time to Washington. He's going to get about 3 or 4, falls forward, a great fall forward. It's right on the first down line. And it's going to be a first down. Barely got it there. Perfect fall forward there. Just the momentum carried on. He kept on his feet just long enough to get that first down.
Yeah, just long enough.
Yep. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Baker's defense and offense for that is not looking so hot here at the beginning of the second half.
Corner blitz coming.
Muff snap, but it's going to be handed off to Washington. Washington finds a hole, breaks through 2 tacklers, but they hold on to him and take him down at the 25 after gaining about 16 yards on that play. Big play by Washington, and there's going to be an injury on the field for the Hornets. That looks like it is I can't really tell a number or a position from here. I think that might be number 18, Justin Waiters.
Hope for the best of him.
Yeah, you always hate to see a kid who's worked so hard and put in so many hours to the sport just go out like that on a just play where just something happens and you get hurt. I mean, it sucks to see that no matter what team, player, anybody. It sucks to see that. And so the sports medicine team from Baker does a really great job. It's a class offered here at Baker, taught by some of our coaches. And right now they are handling this issue on the field, which, again, it looks to be senior Justin Waiters. He's a linebacker for the Hornets.
I didn't see him go down. There was a lot of players around him.
Yeah, basically it was one of them dog pile style plays where everybody's all in one area. And my bad, not Justin Waiters, that was Terrell Crane. And he gets up and he's limping off the field, but his defense is going to come out to give him their support. And I mean, I hope to see him get well soon because, you know, Baker, like, when you have a senior, a leader, get injured like that, I mean, it's really, and that's one of the players that when our reporter Kaylee Wells talked to Danny Smith this week, that's one of the players that he said is a leader during practice and scrimmaging, and it's sad to see a kid go out like that. So
I was just about to say that.
Underwood is in the shotgun.
Somebody jumped.
And it's going to be blown dead. Not exactly sure what happened here. Someone was moving
I think
illegally.
It was maybe on defense, offsides.
And let's see what the call is. All right. It's going to be offsides on the defense. So that's going to move the Bobcats up 5 yards to the 20-yard line. And now they're in the red zone. 1st and 5 at the 20. They're looking to score here.
Looked like that was the guard that moved. One of the Baker guards that moved.
Yeah, it looked like it was the nose guard there. And so, men in motion again.
Blitz coming.
Power to the left. Washington gets the toss play. He's going to get out to the 15, breaks a tackle down to the 10 before he's brought down by 2 Baker defenders. And once again, that looks like Cam Brown, who's been making some plays tonight for Baker on the defensive side.
Yeah, he has, Jared.
And so now it's going to be 1st and goal about the 9 or 10-yard line for the Bobcats with 8 minutes left to go in the game. And
Third quarter.
and not in the game, in the third quarter. My bad. And so Tyler Underwood still out there. Impressive performance last week with the aerial attack, but very different gameplay style this week.
Pistol formation.
All right, pistol, hand it off to Haywood, the power back, and he gets about 2 or 3. It's going to be first and goal from the 7.
First and goal from the 7 coming up. Maybe Theodore can, if you're Theodore, you want to power this in, make it a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, and I almost look to see them go for a play action here, sort of throw it off. They've been running a lot this drive, and like I just said, they went with an aerial attack last week against Daphne, but we really haven't seen that much passing tonight against the Hornets.
Not really. It's been mostly running. Maybe Theodore can throw a pass there. If you're Baker, you want to get an interception.
And it's going to be a handoff to Haywood again. Haywood's going to get to the right side before he's brought down by number 5. Number 5, beautiful tackle there by Peyton Engel. Or actually, that's Fernando Billups. Pardon me there. Fernando Billups was actually a running back last year, but this year he's playing linebacker and defensive back in more of that star-type position, and not that much on the offensive side tonight for him.
Not really. He just made a great defensive play there. What do we have here? Third down?
Third down and at the 8-yard line about. Third down and goal.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the Theodore Bobcats. That's their first timeout of the half. And right now, we had that injury earlier. We've had some things going on during this quarter. And so we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Dorian Robinson. Take it away, Dorian.
Well, during halftime, we spoke to one of the coaches, and they were explaining to us how they're going to clean up their act this half, and how they were cheering up their players in the locker room. And we'll see how that's going to go this half. Back to you guys.
And we're back, and in this timeout, Baker is looking to make some adjustments here. Get the defense together, because this drive has not been looking that good. But, during this goal setup, ever since they made that big play down to the 10, they've been looking decent. This is the best they've looked tonight. Let's see if they can make a stand with their backs against the wall here at about the 10-yard line. It's really a clutch situation that it's either win or lose here. Not saying that could affect the whole game. Could come back, but it really put Theodore in a good position to win the game if they punched it in for a touchdown right here.
Yeah, it would. If you're Baker, you want to make a stand here, like you just said, maybe hold him to a field goal, and Baker can take the lead with 2 touchdowns.
So Underwood takes a snap. Sweet play to Hunter Tillman. Hunter Tillman trick play, throws the touchdown pass. Like I said earlier, Hunter Tillman does it all, folks. That pass right there was to, I don't even know, but it was a beautiful pass. Left-handed throw there by Tillman. He's got a left hand, a right hand, catch the ball, runs it. He does everything. Great athlete, great play there for the Bobcats. 13-0, and they're going for the field goal here.
Yeah, that was a beautiful throw there.
Yeah, and looking back at that play, it looked like it was number 36, Terrence Lofton, and the PAT gets blocked. That's not the first time they've missed a PAT this year. They missed one last week that cost them an overtime opportunity and potentially the game. And now they've missed another PAT. If Baker scores twice and makes both, that's a lead right there.
Yeah, and that's Baker's second block of the game there. They had a block punt and then a block field goal.
And it could be just like deja vu for the Theodore Bobcats if that happens.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, wow, last week we lost the game off of a missed PAT. This week, once again, happens. So now Baker's head coach, Danny Smith, making some adjustments. I don't think he's liking what he's seeing tonight. Just honestly, unorganized, miscommunications, poor mistakes. Baker really needs to capitalize on the Theodore Bobcats' mistakes and break some big plays here, because I feel like the way these offensives and defenses are playing, the only way they're going to be able to win this is they break a big play here and get some momentum.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Baker can get a big play here and make it a game.
Because right now, after that trick play worked successfully, that was almost an identical trick play to the one that they ran last week where Hunter Tillman threw a 43-yard pass down to from about the 50-yard line to about the 5. Beautiful. What a great athlete. He's got amazing arm. He's fast. Just a great athlete. But now the kickoff, it's a line drive kick to about the 10. It's going to be fielded at the 11, 15. Break. Jukes. Okay. He's at the 17, 20. He's going to get out of bounds at about the 26 or 27-yard line right there. So Baker's going to have the ball in decent field position. Not good, but decent. And what do you want to see from the Baker offense here, Clay?
We want to see him score a touchdown.
Very simple way to put it, but very correct way to put it. I mean, I want some stuff to happen, and it looks like that trick play right there was the cue to say, let's start the engines and get this thing going. Because so far tonight, it's really been not an eventful game, but seems like it's about to pick up here, Clay.
Maybe it is for both teams here. Maybe
So
maybe Baker can turn their engine on here.
it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Hornets' 23-yard line, and it's going to be Summerlin at the quarterback again in the shotgun and a sweep, but it's fakes a sweep, and they're going to hand it off to Kobe Bush, who gets 3 or 4 on that play. It's going to be about 2nd and 7.
Little short run up the middle there by Kobe Bush there. Got about 3 yards on that play. Maybe just keep powering up the middle like that. Get a first down.
Yeah, and by the marking of the spy, it looks like he fell forward, just like fundamentals teach you, and he got 5 yards there on what should have been a 3-yard play, but he just fell forward like you're supposed to do and got that a little bit of extra yardage for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's one way to get extra yards.
So it looks like there's going to be an official timeout. So both teams are about to make adjustments here. With about 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes in the third quarter. Baker is down by 13. They're really looking to pick up some momentum and get some points on the board tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Basically, a lot of new faces at Baker this year. New principal.
Mr. Peru.
Yeah, we got new assistant coaches for the football team. We got new teachers everywhere. And
some new teachers from Colsey. Got an assistant a principal from Colsey. Now the freshman administrator, Miss Abear.
yeah, and a lot of new faces here at Baker. It's really a fresh start. We're looking to just improve everything, quality of academics, quality of athletics, really just take the next step. With the amount of students we have, we should be at the top tier. And we're not quite there, but we're looking to take that step with all these new moves.
Got a pistol formation here. You might see her run up the middle or to the left.
I formation here, Summerlin under center. He's going to fake the handoff to Bush. He's going to roll out, but DeMoy Kennedy's there, and Nick Summerlin makes a very smart play. That's the smartest play he's made tonight. Throws it out of bounds, but a flag is now out. Are they going to call that grounding? The ball went out of bounds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought if the ball goes out of bounds, it can't be counted as grounding.
I don't think there's grounding in high school. We'll see what's going on here. We'll see what they call here. Maybe holding of some sort.
Maybe, but DeMoy Kennedy, we've spoken on him tonight about him being
I believe they're picking up the
four-star
flag.
Auburn commit. That one's waved off. He's a 4-star Auburn commit outside linebacker. He just blitzed the quarterback there, and Nick Summerlin made a smart play to just chuck that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, there's no intention. I don't think there's an intentional grounding in high school.
Because, honestly, that's somebody I don't want to get hit by. I mean, I've seen the highlights, and he hits hard. So Summerlin
It's like
fakes
a
the
growing
handoff
pain.
again. It's going to be incomplete, intended for number 3, Isaiah Dixon, but that's an incomplete pass there on the little tunnel screen. So now it's 4th and 5, and the punt team's going to come out. Now,
Do you dare do a fake punt here? I
not
wouldn't.
now, not ever. If you fake the punt here and they either pick off a fake punt pass play or knock you down at the 25 or something like that, I mean, they're right in position to score again, and
I agree with you,
basically
Jarrett.
basically put the nail in the coffin, like, because time's starting to get short here. We only got 5 left in the third. Still plenty of time to make a comeback, but if you get down 3 scores, you're not in a good position. DeMoy Kennedy once again blew up the play, almost blocked that punt, but Hunter Tillman's going to fair catch it at the 33. Hunter Tillman he's probably been on the field for more snaps than any other player tonight.
Probably so. We've seen his number a lot. We've seen Hunter Tillman a lot tonight.
Yes. Hunter Tillman's number 4. He's the one that just fair caught the ball at about the 34-yard line. And he's also the one that on the last possession threw that 12 or 13-yard touchdown pass. What a beautiful pass there. Just touched it right perfectly. Had the Baker defense confused. And it was a play they ran last week. But Baker, they just thought, oh, I guess they're not running it this week. But they did. And they scored. So Underwood, there's a pistol here. Is that Tillman? Or no, that's Underwood. Okay. He's going to toss it out to Devontae Washington, and he's going to slip through a hole there and get about 8 yards, 9 yards. Oh, and he fumbles it, and it looks like Baker has the ball. Let's see what the referees call here. Both teams' players are pointing their way, but I really do think that he fumbled the ball, and it's Baker's ball. Danny Smith throws the first challenge flag of the night. That's a brand new feature to Alabama high school football. It's the new challenge flag. It's similar to the NFL's challenge flag. It's a red challenge flag that the coach has and can throw it to challenge a play at any point in the game. And right now, we're going to use some of our footage to review that play. And the refs are going to see here whether he was down and who got the ball.
Yep. And I believe the refs, if I read the rules correctly, they have a maximum of 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 120 seconds to, the 2 minutes begin when the officials are at the monitor.
So, the referees are going to talk it over with head coach Danny Smith, and now they're headed over to the monitor to look at this play. And so our feed's going to be sitting down there for a minute. And so now this is a monumental moment. This is the first time that this feature is being used in our region. And it's happened right now tonight at Baker High School.
Yeah, it is. And, they're using some of our equipment as well.
Up.
Probably using MCPSS TV's equipment as well.
Yes. See, they're definitely going to be looking at any angle they can get that will prove what happened. They're going to look at all the camera feeds here and figure out what happened so that they can make the call tonight. Because what they don't want to happen is a coach throw a challenge flag, and then they have to go over to the coach and have no explanation because they didn't see it in the first place, and then the cameras didn't pick it up. So we're going to see exactly what happened there and what the refs are going to rule on it. So,
did you even see the fumble on that play? Because I didn't.
Honestly, that was one of those plays where everyone was on the ball, and then all of a sudden, somebody else had the ball.
Yeah, it's like that in football.
Yeah, because that one, I feel like the ball slipped out there, like it slipped out there, just by looking at it. But the second view, the closer view, all the views that they look at are really going to tell us the true story as to what happened. And
yep, they have to have indisputable evidence to overturn this. I mean, if they don't have enough evidence, they can't overturn it.
Exactly, and that's the thing. That's why I feel like Coach Smith was so unhappy that they called it in Theodore's favor of them keeping the ball, because it's much harder to get a call overturned from the runner being down to a running being fumbled it than a fumble to a runner being down. So here comes the ref with the official decision on this first reviewed play in Region 1. So
incomplete.
He says
I'm sorry, he hit the ground.
The challenge is not good. He was down. The runner's knee was down, and so the challenge was declined. I'm not sure exactly what they mean by that, but
I think the runner was down. Actually, it wasn't
Yes.
incomplete.
That's what the signal of him pointing to the ground was that the runner was down. But really a cool feature to have in high school football. We've seen it for years in professional football in the NFL and college football in the NCAA. And now we're really seeing it start to pick up in high school with all these high schools' ability to broadcast these games, thanks to companies like Seymour that help high schools be able to do this and allow this to be a thing, because there's been many calls over the year, I'm sure, that got called the wrong thing, and you never want that to happen, and that be the reason you lose a football game.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quarterback keeper. He's going to run it up the middle. About two players' helmets came off there, or one player helmet came off there. But he's going to be at 5 or 6. Nice quarterback keeper there.
Yeah, number 6'8" lost his helmet. Looks like he's got to come out for a play.
Number 68, you said?
For Theodore, yep.
Yep, number 68. That is, I don't know, because he's not on the roster. Well, yeah, number 68 has to go out for a play. And so both teams getting the call from the sideline, getting set up here for a 1st and 10 at the 47.
By the way, Baker has one challenge left now. They lost that challenge since they lost. Since they lost the challenge. They also lost the timeout
The rules
as well.
is you have 2 challenges per games. If you win the challenge, you keep it. If you don't, you lose it. And he breaks a hole out to the 40, past the 40 to about the 37. Big run there for Devontae Washington. A real nice combo play they've been going with, where they hit it up the middle with a powerful runner, either Tyler Underwood or Jimmy Haywood. Then they come back at him with Devontae Washington, who's a very fast, speedy running back. And it's been working good for the Bobcats tonight.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. And so, let's see. A lot of adjustments going on for the Bobcats, substitutions. And so that's Underwood with Haywood in the backfield. Minshew from right to left, tight end. And so it's going to be rush up the middle for Haywood. Haywood breaks it loose, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's down to about the 3-yard line. But Baker's defensive back, who's on him, looked to almost strip the ball. He didn't get it. That was Fernando Billups that almost stripped that. But he gets down to about the 3-yard line. And Theodore right now, with 3 minutes left in the third, is in a really good position to basically put this game out of reach.
Yeah, they are in a really good position. They can make it a 3-possession game here with the score. Fernando Billups basically saved the TD there, and now the defense is going to have to rise up, maybe force a field goal that can keep it a 2-possession game.
That was a great hustle play from Fernando Billups. He came left or right there. The rush was from the right. He was a defensive back on the left side. He came all the way over, ran him down for the tackle. But Jimmy Haywood forces it in for the 6-point touchdown run. It's about 4 yards there on the touchdown run, and that puts the Bobcats ahead 19-0, and Baker has a player down on the field. That looks to be William Neese, and that's once again another star player, leader for this Baker team, as in that interview that Kaylee Wells did with Danny Smith, a player that he said was a leader in practice and expected big things from this season.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing that name on the interview.
And once again, it sucks to see this happen. Like,
it does.
Just not a lot of things going right for the Hornets tonight. Just mistakes, injuries, just doesn't seem to be their night. And once again, taking care of that injury on the field is the Baker Sports Medicine team, which coaches at Baker run sports medicine classes, and they teach these kids sports medicine, and they basically they handle injuries on the field. And that's Coach Smith out there, and it looks like the linebackers coach up there, and then 2 members of our sports medicine team with our linebacker, our defensive lineman, William Neese. So they're going to pick him up. They're going to carry him off the field limping. But that's good to see William Neese walk off this field tonight and not have to be carried
on his own
off.
Feet.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I'm glad to see that it's something minor because that would be a really big loss.
It would be.
Because he's a very big impact player. Been in on the play, basically every play tonight. Very very aggressive player. Very strong player.
Have you seen Terrell Crane back in there after that injury?
I have not seen Terrell Crane, but well, actually, Terrell Crane just came back out when William Neese went out.
Okay.
He's back on the field now. So they're going to go for 2 here. Tyler Underwood's going to look right to Hunter Tillman, and he catches it. It's good for 2. And the Bobcats are up 21-0. That's a dynamic duo right there. Tyler Underwood and Hunter Tillman, 2 great athletes. They've hooked up a lot tonight, and it's been a real dagger for the Hornets defense.
And those 2 hooked up twice on those 2 touchdown plays against Stephanie, and almost won that one, or almost sent it to overtime.
Yep, and basically with just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter here, Baker's in a position where they need points and they need them quick.
They do need them quick.
Because there's in the game 15 minutes left, right? So they need to score 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points. And they only got 15 minutes to do it. So they're going to need defensive stops and offensive points. So we're going to need someone to step up and make a big play.
And they're going to have to start throwing the ball more if they want to put some points on the board.
So we got the kickoff coming up soon.
That quarterback's going to have to
Theodore.
step up if you're Baker.
Yep. And a lot of star players are on this kickoff team. You've got Demoy Kennedy, the 4-star Auburn commit. You've got Hunter Tillman, the great athlete. Hunter Tillman, literally, he's been on the field almost every snap tonight. That's how much he does. Big return out to the 35 and then gets brought down about the 37. Nice return there for Baker. Putting him in pretty good field position.
Yeah, decent field position, pretty good field position for Baker, and like we just said, they need some points on this drive for sure, and they're gonna have to throw the ball.
Yeah, this is the point where they need to get all the kinks out, and they need to get comfortable, and they need to score because it's getting too late in the game to to have that big comeback. You know, you gotta put a little bit to make it doable, you know? So Summerlin under center in the I formation at about the 34. He's going to hand it off to Josh Pruitt, it looks like, and he's going to get about to the line, and that is it. Demoy Kennedy and a couple of others in on that stop right there. Demoy Kennedy really in the first half, unimpressive game, not a lot of action. But all of a sudden in the second half, he's really stepped up and shown why he's a 4-star recruit, and he's going to be playing at Auburn. So the team's taking the calls from the sideline here. Summerlin under center in the I formation. He's going to hand it off to Pruitt again. Pruitt's going to run to the left side, and he's only going to get about 2 or 3. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. So back-to-back, about 2 or 3-yard gains. So it's going to be about 3rd and 5. So this is the point right now where it's basically a biggest play of the game for Baker's offense so far.
Yeah, biggest play of the game coming
They
up
really
right here.
need to hold on to the ball here. If they turn it over here,
It's pretty much over.
yeah. I mean, Theodore's
They
just
have to throw
got
it here.
all the momentum. He's going to throw the screen pass to Kobe Bush. Kobe Bush got a little bit of hole. He's going to break it for a first down and some more out to the 46 on Theodore's side of the field. Demoy Kennedy's helmet just came off on that tackle right there, so he's going to have to sit out of the game for a play. So that means he's going to sub out for number 40, Carlton Norris. And it's tough to lose an impact player like that, even if it's just for one play, because it could be a make or break difference.
Do you look to take a deep shot downfield here?
Honestly, I expect them to attack the middle, either running or throwing. They're going to either mid-range throw or run it up the middle.
They're going to throw the ball here.
That's basically what's been working for us tonight. What didn't work for us all year last year is what's working for us tonight. So we're going to toss it out to Josh Pruitt to the left side. He's going to get about a gain of 2, but a flag is thrown. I think that might be holding on the left tackle, Jeremiah Brun-Rostro.
Oh, we have a flag down now. We'll see what that is. May have been a holding call. No, it's a legal formation, looks like.
Illegal formation might have been 5 men in the backfield, which means you're supposed to have at least 7 men on the line and up to 4 in the backfield, but 5 in the backfield. No, it's going to be, they called a false start. Thought they were supposed to blow false start plays dead, but apparently not. 2nd and 15 here.
Maybe they blew
for
it dead
the
and they
Hornets.
just kept playing like they should.
So wait, they called a false start call. Okay, they're switching it back to 1, first down. And yeah, so basically I was confused there by the chain crew. They had it still on 2nd down, but now it's going to be 1st and 15 at the 50-yard line for the Hornets. Just a bad play there. And so Summerlin in the shotgun, going to fake the handoff play action to Pruitt. He's going to throw it, but overthrew the receiver, number 11, Trelane Daughtry.
Well, they had to do that one in double coverage. It looked like. I mean, Theodore had a shot to intercept that one.
Yep, they sure did. There was men all over him. And I feel like what's happening here is Summerlin's getting told who to look for on a certain play, and he's only looking for them, not really checking down. Maybe he's getting told by the coach to do it. I don't know. But, I mean, really, looking like we got tunnel vision, but we really should be looking for other targets, you know? So Josh Pruitt there on a run for only about a yard. It's going to be about 3rd and 14. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, headed into the 4th. Now let's see what the Hornets can do in this last quarter of this ball game.
Yeah, if they can lead an impossible comeback here. I wouldn't say it's really impossible, but it could be done.
Yo.
Hey, welcome back. We're about to start the 4th quarter here. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down about midfield. So we look to see a deep shot downfield here if you're Baker. They need to get to the, looks like the 35 for a first down. It's 3rd down and long from the 49. Summerlin fires deep downfield, wide open, and it's intercepted, underthrown. It was intercepted by number 22 of Theodore. I'm not sure number 22 on the Theodore roster, but he made the interception. That pass was underthrown by Summerlin. So not a good turn of events there if you're Baker. I mean, Theodore, with that turnover, this game is pretty much on ice. I wouldn't say it's on ice, but I mean, Theodore can really ice the game here with that interception. Now it's first down for Theodore. Underwood handoff up the middle, and he gets a few yards on that play. It's going to go to about the 25-yard line. And we got a Theodore player slow to get up, and he might be down. Yeah, he is down. So now both teams will come to the huddle to talk to the coaches. And Baker, they need to make a big defensive play here. They need to make a turnover in Theodore territory here. Maybe get some points on the board and start a comeback. So there's 11:37 remaining in the fourth quarter as that Theodore player gets up on his feet. That's number 76 for Theodore. It says it's William Owens. William Owens is up on his feet. And he jogs off on the field. So here comes the Theodore offense on the field after that interception by number 22 of Theodore. Baker looking to blitz here. Two linebackers. It's a handoff up the middle, and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So Theodore tried to do something on the ground there, but got stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Sorry about that, folks. Now I'm back, and we are here 3rd and 6 at the 24. Tyler Underwood. Baker jumps, and that's going to be an offsides. It's going to be offsides on number 56, Cameron Parker.
And for those of you who are just joining us, Theodore just made an interception there. I think it was number 22. It was an underthrown pass from Nick Summerlin, and Theodore got the ball back out of at the 20.
Yeah, Baker's not in a good position here. They really need to stop. And with that offsides, that makes it first down. And really, it's not looking good for the Hornets if I'm being real. I'm just being honest. Not looking good for the Hornets. But you never know. There could be something left in the tank. And just pull it at it, something amazing, you know. But if the Bobcats score here, it's practically over. Little quick tunnel screen to number 2. He's going to break it out to the 45, about the 50, gets across the 50 to about the 47. That pass was complete from number 18, Tyler Underwood, to number 2, Zach Workman, a senior wide receiver. And, man, that was a nice play there for the Bobcats. And once again, like I said the last play, not looking good for the Hornets.
Yeah, not looking good. And like you said, if Theodore scores here, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, they're in a position to basically put this game away. Really, honestly, they don't even have to score. They just need to run even some more time off the clock.
Yeah.
They get this down to about 7 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes. It's practically over.
Yeah.
Unless Baker gets some huge defensive plays,
that's what they need
broken
right
play
now.
on offense. Like, that's exactly what they need.
Of course, if Baker, don't give up.
So snap to Underwood. He's going to hand off to the speedback Washington, but he gets blown up before he even touches the ball at the 50-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3 for the Bobcats. It's going to be 2nd and 13.
Well, it's kind of what you need there if you're Baker. Try to push him back, but I don't think it's going to help that much because at this point in the game.
And so basically, Baker is, once again, not in a good position, but great play there, 2nd and 13. Underwood is the quarterback, and he's in the shotgun with Devontae Washington in the backfield. Receivers on the field are Jordan O'Neal,
Got 5 on the line here.
and Zach Workman. And he's nice pull it past third with the middle. That's to Zach Workman, and he's going to break it down to the 20, gets across the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And that was Zach Workman, who just had a big play, and back-to-back big plays for Zach Workman. He's really being the work man here today.
Yeah, he is, and he's really that may have put the game away right there, because now
Yeah.
it looks like they're in field goal range.
That play right there might have just been the play that puts it out of reach for the Hornets. Now, if they score here, now that will be the play. But
Yeah.
that play really made it almost a 99.9% chance that the Bobcats got this.
Yeah.
So, not going to be a great start to the season for Baker. Oh, it's tipped up, almost intercepted by number 10, Terrell Crane. And that's one of them other players. He was injured earlier, but he's a big impact player, a senior, a leader of this defense, a leader in practice, a motivational, uplifting kid who really leads this team and just is a really good teammate to have, a really good kid to have on your team. Just slips through the hands of Terrell Crane there.
Yeah, like I said, he's a senior, so he's got a lot of experience on the high school field.
And so snapped to Underwood. He's going to hand it off to the power back Haywood. And Haywood's going to break a couple tackles and get about 4 or 5 out of that. It's going to be about 2nd and 5 on this play.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 coming up. Looks like they're just looking to run the time off right now. That's really all you need to do if you're Theodore.
Yeah, and all you need to do if you're Baker is get the ball. That's
Yeah.
your main priority here. You want the ball in your hands in this position. You want the ball as much as possible because you're down 3 scores, and there's no way you're scoring unless you have the ball.
Yeah.
You can't score without it. You'll just be standing in the end zone.
Can you get a pick 6?
So Underwood, snap here. He's going to toss it out to the left to Haywood. Haywood's going to get around the defender, but he's going to slide down. That's about the 10th slip we've seen tonight. At about the 15, a gain of only a yard or 2. It's going to be 4th down at about 7, and it's going to be the special teams coming out. Now, a lot of special teams mishaps these last 2 weeks for Theodore.
Yeah, and we had that one that costed them the game against Daphne.
Yeah, and then they had the missed PAT earlier, which was just bad. But then they got to 21 because they went for 2 and threw a nice little touch pass to Hunter Tillman. And Hunter Tillman is actually the holder. So like I said earlier, he plays almost every snap. And that was almost blocked. Did they chip it in? I'm not sure. The refs call it good. He just barely got that one inside the right goalpost. Almost a missed field goal right there. So
Well,
that extends Theodore's lead to, it's still a 3-score, but to be a 3-score, they have to get a 2-point conversion every time. So we'll just call it a 4-score lead. And so,
You can't really call it that because it's still a three possession game.
well, the likelihood of you going for 2 every single time you score, not likely. I mean, I wouldn't know with our new offensive coordinator, so we haven't scored yet. But I'm hoping we do, and I'm hoping we do quick, because in this situation, that's exactly what you need to do, score. That's your only objective, is to score.
Well, as of now, the chances of you coming back and winning this thing are next to impossible.
Very, very slim indeed. And so now this is the part that has confused me the most tonight. It's a 3-man return set. Usually you see only 1 or only 2. We've got a 3-man return set at the deep, spread out across the field, 1 in the center of the 2 hashes and 1 in between the hashes and the sidelines on both sides. And the 3 men that have been returning kicks tonight are Cameron Lacey, Fernando Billups, and DeMarquez Williams. And honestly, not a lot out of Baker's special teams tonight. Could be better, but not shabby. I mean, decent performance, but could be better. Line drive, low kick. That's going to be picked up by DeMarquez Williams at about the 12. He's going to run it out to the 20, and he's going to get brought down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a great block by one of those Baker players there. Just saw a great block there. Looks like Baker's going to take over, like we said, about the 25. And they got just under 7 minutes to go. 6:55 remaining. To score 3 times and get three 2-point conversions.
Now, the performance from the Baker offense tonight has been, needless to say, unimpressive. But I really like to see here just a chip on their shoulder. You know, they're down 24-0 late in the game. I just want to see them play with a chip on their shoulder and put some points on the board. Lose with dignity. Because at this point, it's not looking too good. But that's a handoff to, looks like Kobe Brown again. He's been getting a lot of handoffs tonight. He wasn't even mentioned as an impact player, leader. But all of a sudden, Fernando Billups, Josh Pruitt, really kind of out of the picture. Josh Pruitt's got a decent amount of handoffs tonight, but Kobe Bush has been the workhorse tonight for the Hornets.
Yeah, we've heard the name a lot. We've heard Kobe Bush a lot tonight on runs.
And so Summerlin in the shotgun. He's going to play action. He's going to throw it to number 7, Anthony Phillips, and that's going to get about 7 or 8 yards. Should be enough for the first down. And yes, it is. The chains will move. And now Baker looking like they've got some momentum on offense for the first time tonight. Back-to-back decent plays.
Yeah, and just like you said earlier, you know they likely won't come back and win this game, but maybe can put some points on the board and go down with the fight.
Yeah, you hate to just lay down and let them have it, but a little tunnel screen in the flat, but it gets blown up by the defensive leaders for Theodore, number 32, Demoy Kennedy, and number 24, A.J. Braxton. They've been in on virtually every single play in this second half. They've been at the ball every single play.
Well, Theodore's been all over the ball, offense and defense.
And for more on that, we're going to go down to our other sideline reporter, Gabe Randolph. Take it
Thanks,
away.
guys. Even though Baker's down by 24 points right now against the Bobcats, we're still fighting to the end and bringing on the sting. Back to you guys in the studio.
And we're back, and in this timeout, Coach is just looking to make adjustments just under 6 minutes ago. And like we've said, Theodore is in the position to win this. But Baker, really, it's just what you can do with this amount of time is learn from your mistakes. It's basically like practice right now because you get to just go out there and fix things and hope it works. But this time you're in an actual game and you're down. But I'm hoping it does work because I'd love to see the Hornets put up some points tonight. It'd be a shame to go down
In a shootout.
Yeah, that's especially with a new offensive coordinator. Especially a new offensive coordinator. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to start with a shutout. You want to put points on your board in the first game.
Yeah, maybe they can
No
put
matter
some
how
points
good
on
the
the board.
defense
Yeah.
you're facing is. This is amazing defense. Don't get me wrong, but there's been a lot of mistakes. So pass out. It's going to be intended for number 11, Trelane Daughtry. A lot of contact on that one, but number 29, my bad. That number 29 is Michael Timms, but no call there. Number 11's a little shaken up after that play. Thought he should have gotten the call.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact there. Could have been pass interference called on that play.
But I kind of like the way they sort of just let him play there. A lot of contact, but I mean it was good contact. It wasn't dirty contact. It wasn't really. I mean it interfered, but not enough to where it really made a difference because the ball wasn't thrown exactly right, anyways. But under center, snap, and he's gonna fake the handoff to Kobe Brown. Deep downfield throw to number 6. That is Anthony Denson, but number 22 for Theodore was all over him. That looked like pass interference. There's no call right now. And Danny Smith and the defensive coaches for Baker are not happy with that one. Danny Smith's having to hold it in right now because that was just a terrible missed call right there. I think that one all day was pass interference. The last one was debatable, but that one was bad. He was holding him all the way down the field.
Yeah, he was holding a lot. I think that should have been a pass interference.
Yeah, now we got Hunter Tillman back to return. Big playmaker last week and another big night tonight. He's thrown a touchdown pass, hasn't caught one. He's mainly a receiver, but he's taken a handoff. He's ran sweep plays, ran trick plays, thrown a touchdown pass, return kicks. He's held kicks for the kicker. He's really a do-it-all player. Great guy to have on your team. It's going to roll down to about the 17. Nice punt there by the Hornets kicker and punter, Jacob Tanner. It's going to be the 17 or 18-yard line there. And so good field position for the Baker defense. Not so hot position for Theodore's offense. But at this point, I don't think field position really is the biggest point of interest for these coaches. It's really time because 5 minutes left. It's not looking good for the Hornets.
Yeah, not looking good for Baker. I mean, I would say right now, like you said earlier, probably just practice out there right now.
Yep, and so now we got a little bit of a different look in the game. That looks to be number 17, backup quarterback Gavin Moore. They're going to rest Tyler Underwood. Handoff is to that's Devontae Washington. He gets about 5 or 6 on that. Out to the 24. And so I'm not sure if the reason they've subbed quarterbacks is injury or just fatigue and they're wanting to rest them up. But they have switched quarterbacks, and they're making substitutions to the second team. It seems like they're confident that they've got this one in the bag.
Well, I can understand them putting in their second-string players. It's about like Nick Saban on Alabama. You know, you see him, switch out players all the time when the game's out of reach. Well, they're doing the same thing here.
Yeah, and Gavin Moore under center. He's going to hand it off this time to the running back, and he's very powerful run there by the running back. Pushes all the way with tackles all over him for about 5 more yards and another first down. That was a nice run there for that running back. And I'm not exactly sure who ran the ball there. I think it might have been number 21, which we don't have listed on our roster. But very powerful run indeed.
Yeah, very powerful. First down. Near the 30. Approaching 4 minutes to play.
So Gavin Moore's still in the game, so I'm guessing it is just a substitution, not fatigue or anything. Not injury. So Devontae Washington only gets back to about the line of scrimmage. But with 3.5 minutes, the Baker defense is making stops here, tackling well. But, a little bit too little, too late.
Yep.
So Baker's lining up here on the defensive side of the football. Just a unorganized, mistake-ridden night for the Hornets. Not a great way to start your season, but honestly speaking, it's a good way to start your season because there's so many things to learn from.
Yeah.
Now, there's two ways this could go. You could bounce back from this, learn from all these mistakes we had tonight, and have a great season. Or you could just keep on going the way it's going and have a really bad season. So it's really going to come down to what happens in Hornets practice next week that
and
really
Friday against Davidson.
Shapes up. Yeah, next Friday against Davidson. We're going to really see how the Hornets respond to this game. 2.5 minutes left now. And it's Gavin Moore in there with Jimmy Underwood. A sweep play right there, and he's running the ball. It's number 7, and he's going to get no yardage there. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. Now that one was number 7. Once again, not listed on our roster. They need to update their rosters. And basically, it's going to be 4th and long. Theodore's going to punt the ball here, and Baker's probably going to have the ball one last time just to see what we can do on the offensive side with one last possession.
I don't think they're going to do much on the last offensive possession.
Minute 45 left as the punt gets kicked, and it's going to be number 14, fair catching that, and that is Jalen Lee, number 14, Jalen Lee, who just fair catched the ball at the 37-yard line. And basically a minute 38 left in this game. Hornets here really just, there's two options here. They can just end the game, or they can try to, do something, But, I mean, they're not going to win this. It's out of reach, but
Way out of reach.
they've got the opportunity to just run plays here and see what could work. But not a lot has been working tonight. So Summerlin under center looks to be number 4, Jonathan Chapman, and he gets a gain of about 3 or 4. Yeah, that looked to be Jonathan Chapman, senior running back. And, all the hype in the backfield coming into this week was really about Josh Pruitt and Fernando Billups, the two main backfield playmakers from last year. And really,
Fernando
the
Billups
two
has been on
playmakers
defense.
tonight have been
On defense.
Kobe Bush and Pruitt, but Jonathan Chapman has made some plays too. But he slipped down just there, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. So we just passed the minute mark. This one is going to be a loss for the Hornets, and not a good way to start your season. But you can learn from it. You can fix your mistakes. You can have a great season. But we're going to see how the Hornets respond to this performance next week against Davidson.
And they have to go on the road at Davidson. They play at Lad People Stadium.
Yep, Lab People Stadium is where they're going to be playing that game. It's the Davidson Warriors. And a handoff right there to Jonathan Chapman. A little hole right there. Decent run there for about 8 yards. Should be enough for the first down. But with 20 seconds left, we should only get probably a play left in this game. Oh, but there's an injury. I think that might be DeMoy Kennedy. Or no, that looks to be number 35, not 32. That looks like it's Ledrick Coleman. So once again, just one of those things. You see a senior. Seniors are always leaders. Always good teammates to have on the team, One of those things, just like Baker's had tonight, where it's just sad to see that happen,
It's kind of sad. Yeah, it is pretty sad to see seniors get injured because it's their last year, and really sad if they go out on that injury. I mean, if they end their career as a high school football player on an injury like that. I mean,
but this one here doesn't seem to be that way. He's going to hop off that field and walk right off. Looks like it's going to be a hand or arm injury just by the way he's walking and the way he's holding his arm. But, yeah, it's good to see him walk off in that way. And basically, right now we're going to see him just at the end of this game and see what the Hornets will do with 20 seconds left. And now, this is the
Reese
first snap
Earhart.
that Reese Earhart is out on the field. Nick Summerlin got pulled for the last play. Are they just going to take a knee or what? 7 seconds left. He's going to hand it off to Jonathan Chapman. He breaks a little bit of a hole, gets about 5 yards. And that's going to be it, folks. The Theodore Bobcats beat the Baker Hornets to make their record 1-1 and 1-0 in the 7A Region 1. And that's a good win early in the season to have. And a bad loss for the Hornets. That's not going to look good going in later in the season. And we're going to see how they respond to this loss.
Yeah, and what's bad? I mean, what's not good about this loss for Baker is it's a region matchup, and that can be a key loss when it comes to the postseason.
Yeah, and let's say these teams, they both have 6-4 records at the end of this year, and they're on the verge of the playoffs. Theodore's getting in because they got the head-to-head matchup win against Baker. So this is a very big matchup to lose early in the season for the Hornets. And, I mean, as a Baker student and fan, it's hard to watch that happen. Just get shut out 24-0. But I just hope they bounce back next week and have a better week and really work this week in practice to fix those horrible mistakes that happen all night long. I mean, just sloppy football, unorganized, miscommunications, just lots of mistakes. And I feel like that was just that first game nervousness, and that's all there really is to say. I mean, What do you think about that, Clay?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. They got some stuff to work on in practice next week, and maybe they can show their improvement against Davison next week. And Channel 44 will have that game for you.
Yep, and you can tune in there to watch that game. And this game is all over. Now the teams will go to sing their alma mater with their band. And that's about it for tonight, folks. We'll see you next time against Carver High School. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Signing off for BH1 Sports.
We at Seymour are very proud to be working with the students in our partnering schools. In fact, the broadcast that you are currently watching is all student-led. This is our first full season working with these student broadcasting teams, and we are very excited about the progress they are making. It is students that are running the sound, shooting the video, directing and producing the broadcast, and some are even doing the play-by-play and color commentary.
It'll be 1st and 10 inside Foley territory. Rajay's in the shotgun, and he's going to fake the handoff to set again, and Rajay's going to go for about 7 or 8 more yards, and the Canes are driving on him, Josh.
Our entire program at Seymour is centered around the development of students for the workforce, and we are committed to training our students to deliver a quality product.
Hello and welcome back to Davison Media, a Warrior Built network. I'm your host here, Jackson Kraft.
So thank you for watching this student broadcast powered by Seymour. And be sure to continue your support of this fine school in all of its academic and athletic affairs.